Oh, goodness. What's going on, y'all? It's KIM and the SAV Kim out of Savannah, Georgia of BetterBodyCrew.com. And guys, I have a guest interview. You've seen her before, Nurse Neshia out of North Carolina. Hold on before I start, because if we touch our phones in Georgia, we get in trouble with the law. The hand of the law. All right, Nurse Neshia, you on speaker now. Say hey.
Okay.
Say hey.
Hey, everybody. How are y'all doing? What's going on?
Okay, I'm gonna make sure that I was just making sure that you were good before I took off driving. So you're driving, I'm driving, you're at work, I'm at work. I just took a quick break to have lunch with the little one, but I want you to tell the people, because we are, we're gonna make this time effective, but I want you to tell the people, how long have you been with Total Life Changes, aka TLC?
I've been with Total Life Changes for 1 year and 2 months.
So you signed up last year, was it October or November?
It was like the very end of September, so I must always say the beginning of October. It was like September 20-something.
Okay, all right. And then you signed up for the Square Store course like around December.
Yep, right after our Black Friday sales.
Right.
So it was before Christmas. Yeah.
Right, and I'm not gonna lie. You remember I told you I didn't want to sign you up because I was like, oh, she knew. Like, I didn't know what your expectation was or if you fully understood what the course was about. But I will say this: I called you on this Facebook Live, one of the superstar students. And I have been so enjoying working with you. I love, because I'm just going to be real with the people. Quite a few people signed up for the course. But, and I've done this before, so it's no shade. I've bought plenty of courses and not gone through all of them or even started some of them. But very few people have gone through it and applied it consistently like you. So that's why I wanted you to just come and a year after the fact do a review about like the course. Well, first of all, and we didn't plan this, y'all. I totally asked her yesterday, can I interview you? And she was like, yeah, what about? I was like, you'll find out later. So will you tell the people, was the course like worth it in your opinion? Like, did you make your money back?
Yeah, I think I made my money back about I don't want to say 10 times yet, but I feel like I have. I take that back. It has been like 10 times.
I love that answer, and I love that answer, and that's the whole. It's funny that you say that number, because I'm all into Russell Brunson and the ClickFunnels, and that's the number that he gives. He's like, your price should be like 1/10 of the value to make it a no-brainer for people who want to sign up. So that's actually like what I had in mind. Like, what is the potential that people can make with this if they actually do it? And then I based that on of course the time it took for me to learn that mess, and factoring in the time that I give the one-on-one type coaching as it relates to course audits and things of that nature. So will you tell the people, because I'm trying to figure out why everybody doesn't do what you've done, but will you tell the people a little bit about yourself and your schedule? Like, are you one of these rich stay-at-home moms that has a bunch of time, or what?
Okay, so y'all, I am a full-time nurse. I work, you can say 9 to 5, but it's like 8:30 to 4:30, so basically, but I work 8 hours a day. I have 2 small children. My oldest is about to be 3. My youngest is 1.5. I actually had 2 jobs, but thank goodness for this wonderful, wonderful industry, I've been able to give away my second job. But yeah, I'm a full-time mom. I'm a full-time nurse. Like, I mean,
you got stuff to do.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, let me ask you this. How was it then that you made time to go through the course training? Because truth be told, there are quite a few modules and videos, right?
Yeah, there is. I made time when I'm one of those that I and listen to it. So I'm the headphones person. As long as I got headphones around my neck, I can go. So I'm listening to it while I'm at work, driving, on the weekend, after work. I mean, it's time to do it. Like I can't say that and it didn't take me long either. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't, it took me 6 months, nothing like that. It wasn't that long. It wasn't that hard.
No, because you were implementing like immediately, from what I remember.
Yeah. I don't see. Right after our Black Friday sale last year, I had a lot of product to move, so I needed to.
Right, because I was like, well, that's what the course is for. Now we got to hurry up and flip this product, flip this money, so you can do it all again and give me your testimony on the Square Store course. And you did that. But the thing is, last year there were a lot of people that started the course. It launched around July of 2018, and around Christmas last year we had a lot of people, because of the holiday specials with our company, we had a lot of people that wanted to take advantage of those specials and liquidate it. Some people signed up like literally right after the specials were on, and they had all this inventory, which I would have preferred that they sign up a little earlier so that they could have gone through the training in anticipation of it. You know what I'm saying? But you did it. You did everything so perfectly that I was just really impressed. I was really, really happy for you. And you recently hit a rank, right?
Yes, I did.
Yay! Congratulations, Nurse Neshia. You are, what is it? Apprentice, right?
Yes.
I am so happy. It's so well deserved. You have been consistent. You have been persistent. You have invested in your business inventory and training. And that rank is so, when I saw your banner go up, I was just like, oh, there's another thing I want you to talk about. Because I get this, I get it all. I hear it all. I get it all. We're not going to go into detail because she's a great woman, but will you tell the people what happened with your sponsor as it relates to all the people out there who is like, but how can I do this when my sponsor quit? What do you have to say about that?
Well, I love my sponsor dearly.
Me too.
That's not, I'm not saying nothing on that, but she did leave the company. She left the company, and
it was a surprise to everybody.
Yeah, it was a surprise, and I felt a certain kind of way too now, because I was, at one point, it wasn't a long fill, because thank goodness for our team. Our team is so well connected, and so, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're a tight-knit team. But
yes.
I did feel a certain kind of way, but I got out of that slump. You know what I'm saying? I was like, well, dang, but like I said, I still love her. We still speak. She's cool. I have nothing against her, and understandably, in this kind of industry, in this career field, in this profession, it happened because I did it too. You know what I'm saying?
I did it too. This is not my first company. This is not my first go round.
And this one isn't mine either. So I can understand. I understand, but there's no but. I understand.
Right.
And I felt a certain kind of way, but our team, like I said, our team is a tight-knit team. You are definitely one of the reasons why I felt safe. Your sponsor, which is now my sponsor, is one of the reasons why I definitely felt safe, and also one of the other nurses on the team, MJ. I felt okay. I felt safe, and I felt like I was still in a family.
So the whole thing that I want people to get from this is, even if you're brand new, even if your sponsor leaves, it's ultimately your responsibility. You have to take like accountability and ownership of your business. That's what I've seen in you, Neshia, that I think has definitely been a factor in why you've had the success that you've had. You're still, in my opinion, relatively new to TLC. I definitely didn't have the success that you're having when I was 1 year in with Total Life Changes. I mean, and that's due to a number of different things, but I my hat is just off to you. And when I look back at, like I said, all the people who said they wanted to do this, or they really, really want the course, or they really, really, really need it, and it's no shade to those people. It's just that I want people to understand, because there's been a resurgence of people asking about the Square Store course, I call it now the e-commerce course, and you know why. But I said they need to hear from somebody who's doing it and doing it right. Like, you have to make the time. You have babies, a job, a demanding job. You're in the car right now and 50 million things going on just like the next person. But I tried to do the videos. That's the other thing. I tried to do the videos. Did you notice? I can ramble and be long-winded, but I tried to do them kind of on the short side,
Yeah,
like
definitely.
under what, like 10 minutes or so. I think most of them were like in the 5 to 7 minute range, right?
Yes.
Okay.
With visuals. So
Right, because I'm showing you.
Listening to you, you're showing us as we go along. That's what really helps. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest with you, because somebody can sit there and talk to you all day, but it's like, some people are visual learners. So,
right. I'm a visual learner. So that's why I did it that way. And I really wanted people to implement quickly. So yes, there was a lot of screen sharing going on. And on top of that, you know very well that if you get stuck somewhere, you can reach out to me and I will personally assist. Because like you said, I'm not your sponsor. We're on the same team, but I don't benefit from you financially. So the whole point is you get that direct one-to-one access with me that usually is only reserved for my team with the e-commerce store. And I really want people to understand this too. It's not that this is the end all be all, right? It's not like if you sign up for this course, everything will be all right. Like you're going to be rich. It's not that. You still have to do the work because Neshia and I were, yes, you're still buying deals and you still have to flip. I have seen you basically take like any little thing that you see and immediately I could say one thing and you like, I'll see Neshia pop up and it's like, dang, I wasn't even finished talking and she's already done it. Which I love because it's just like, oh my gosh, somebody gets it. Instead of having 50 million excuses, you have so much action and so much activity. So I want you to tell, because the Square Store course is not cheap. I am not cheap, but do you think it's worth it?
Heck yeah. Absolutely. And I'm not even up here just saying this just because I'm not getting, first off, I'm not getting no kind of financial gain from speaking right now, like, or even telling people to do it. But I'm telling you, to help your business, this Square Store has helped my business. Because mind you, if it wasn't just for our company promotion, I was driving all my traffic to my Square Store. The only reason why I slowed down is because of the company promotion that we had going on, right? Mm-hmm. But don't get me wrong. With all these, after our sales and the next sale coming up, just in case not everybody's in this company, after the sales that we just had and the next sales coming up, this is definitely a huge benefit because not only when you take advantage of all these deals and then you're sitting stuck, that's what happened with me last year. I had a bunch of product and I was like, okay, now what do I do?
Right. It's not just, some people say if you build it, they will come. And a lot of people take that and apply it to a product-based business and they say, well, if I get a bunch of product, then, that'll force me to sell it. No, it won't. Some of y'all just going to have some product shrines up in your house. But if you don't understand the methodology behind how to effectively move something, how to implement a plan ahead of time. And so that's what I want people to get to. The e-commerce course is not just about click here, click there. It's also about the mindset, the mentality you should have as a business owner about your financials, about consumer psychology, even visual aesthetics. Like someone sent me the link to her store today and I can tell she clearly, because she said I have the Square Store, I'm trying to decide whether or not to take your course, and she clearly knows what she's doing. Like her layout technically is correct, but I was like, I can definitely see where you're leaving a lot of money on the table here, just from a visually, like an aesthetically pleasing and like cohesive layout standpoint. I could definitely see where you're leaving a lot of money on the table. And it's things that we wouldn't think about on our own, right?
That's true.
And on top of that, you get the benefit of the other people who have signed up for the course. Some did absolutely nothing with it. I don't know. Life happens. But others, Neshia isn't the only one. I'm not trying to say that she's the only one who has utilized the information effectively. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying with her recent rank up and stuff like that, I was like, oh, let me hurry up and get Neshia. Well, while the iron is hot, and while we're in this this season of more deals, because like I said, it's rolling around to your 1-year anniversary, and throughout the year you've had different questions and need a clarification, and I don't give you like a 30-day period to reach out to me. It's forever.
Yeah, and that's also one of the main things that I appreciate, is because of you're one of my mentors. So to have direct access to a mentor like that, like for me, that's huge. For me, that's huge. Yeah, and I mean, come on. First off, you're killing the game. You know what I'm saying? So
don't say that. You'll have people asking me for money.
Okay, well, yeah.
No, I know how to handle that. It's all good. But thank you, sis.
But yeah, the fact that you are and to be able to have that access to ask you questions and to see, you know what I'm saying, to get your feedback on stuff, that's huge. Especially the fact that, I'm not your direct recruit. I'm not in your direct lineage. So that right there, to me, that was one of the main things why I'm also glad that I took the course, is because I also have, direct mentorship from one of my mentors, and that's huge, man.
It is. Anytime I've had access to my mentors, those sidebar conversations, the meeting after the meeting, and things of that nature, it's always some nugget that I got that I otherwise would not have. And if I took it and applied it, it's just like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy that I had that access. Just like you said, people just don't understand how it can compress time frames, save you time, and in effect money. Because a lot of times the mistakes that we make are very, very costly. They don't just set us back time-wise, but they can literally cost tons and tons of money. So that's basically all I wanted, Nurse Neshia. Again, congratulations. If there's anything that I left out that you would like to add, feel free to do so.
Well, you know what? Because I'm having a brain fog because I'm in the middle of working. But definitely anybody, if you're stuck or hung on getting the course, I suggest you go ahead and do it. Especially
and do the work if you get it. It's so disheartening for me to have people sign up and then be like, oh, I'm going through this. Oh, I don't have time to. I mean, like, you have to do the work. That's, like I said, the main thing that I congratulate about you. You have so much going on, but you have done the work. And I've seen you month after month. I've seen your name on a few leaderboards. and I've seen your customers shout you out as well. Just tons of stuff. And I've seen the momentum and your mindset. Just you're taking stuff and absorbing it. And I just honestly, I'm so happy that you signed up and that we got a chance to work more closely together so that I could get to know you on this level. But I didn't mean to cut you off. She was trying to tell y'all sign up. But sign up only if you're going to do the work.
Yeah, definitely doing the work, because you don't, because if you don't do the work, then you're going to feel like you just spent money. I don't feel like I just spent money. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't feel like I just spent money at all. And this, especially with the way that our sales just happened, I was able to use the one part of the course to receive the funds before the product got here. You see what I'm saying?
People just don't understand.
Yeah, they don't. Like, it's more than just, it's a lot. Like, I don't know. I'm just, without saying way too much, it's a lot, and it's worth it. It's worth it.
Because otherwise, like, when I think about how long it took me to figure out all that stuff on my own, I was like, oh, wait a minute, they have this. Oh, wait a minute, that's what that means? And that's what I factored in when I priced the course. How much money did it save me once I knew those things? And then, how long was I doing it before I found those things out? Because although it's a free tool in essence, it can be free. Although it's a free tool, it's very robust. And I know for a fact that most people don't have a tenth of the understanding, all of the reporting and the things and the metrics and the data that go into making that engine run, that can really make your life so much easier. People ask me, why is it that I seem to do the business differently than everybody else? Like, I'm making good money, but I'm not as stressed out. I'm not living on social media and things of that nature. And this is the reason why. That's a large part of the reason why, because I understood how that e-commerce platform worked, and then I went to work working it. And you've done the same, Niche. So I'm so happy for you. So excited to work with you. Still, we're going to roll it, because you know, it's not just about Square. I changed the name this year from Square Store, Profits Are More, to e-commerce, because we're going to be looking at some other things too. And it's all about building the list. So many people are running around like chickens with their head cut off because they don't understand the importance of a list. I asked you about your list the other day. We're going to work on that. And I'm telling you, we're going to get to a whole nother level where it's going to be so much easier for us to duplicate and retain our team members, simply because it's we're just reverse engineering the numbers. That's it.
And I want to tell you something too. When you asked me how much you asked the question, you said how much, depending on how much the course was or how much did I make back. I said 10 times. It's 24 times. I just did my report. I just did my report. That's 24 times. That's not 10 times. Okay. The cost.
I love it.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and that, to me, that's huge. But for the people that's listening or that will listen to this on YouTube, just know that I'm just not saying this. I literally just pulled up my reports. 24 times, money came through compared to what I paid for that course.
Yay!
And this is very part time. I'm a full time nurse. This is part time. So I don't even know. Like, I'm thinking maybe 50 times if I would have did it straight. You know what I'm saying? Full time with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I would love for you to get off of that job. We just gotta find you some more nurse niches.
Right. But look, this is a family business, so I can't quite do that.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. I forgot. This is gonna be on the internet. Your family didn't hear me say that. But
nobody heard me.
Okay. But no, I mean, I really appreciate your time. I know that you're super busy. And like I said, I can't tell you enough how much it's meant to me, because it's great to make money. But it sounds so corny. And when I've heard other people say this, I'm like, oh, sure. But it sounds corny, but it's really true. It's great to make money, but it's just so much better to help someone else make money. So when you were sending me testimonials and screenshots all throughout the year, like, Kim, look at this. Kim, look what I did. And da-da-da-da. And we were like, virtually high-fiving each other and looking at other things that's going on, like, oh my gosh, if people would just open their eyes. It was so much fun working with you. It still is. I'm excited for what you're going to do, and I'm just very, very happy to know that you get it, that you actually do get it. Because when you get your team, right, they're going to be able to recruit, because they're going to have the confidence that when they recruit, even if a person never brings a person on their team, they can still make money in this business just by retailing. And they're going to have that confidence because of you, because your retail game is so strong. What cracked me up is one time when you reached out to me about a situation, and then you told me about your client, and then your client was a client who used to be one of my clients.
Oh man!
I ain't mad at you.
I'm sorry.
No, I ain't mad at you. No, it's actually someone who used to be in the company, and then she it's a lot of those, and I love them. Yeah. I love them. They used to be in the company, and then they get out, or they stop, or life happens, because life is ruthless, and then they leave the company, but they still use the products. So it was somebody who used to be in the company, left the company, they still use the products. They used to buy the products from me, and then I was like, oh, look at. I could care less. I was happy for you. I was like, yes, honey, steal my people. No, I'm just playing. I don't even think I told you feel now?
Yeah, well, you know what? I thought something, but the only we'll talk after. I thought something, but I wasn't 100% sure. I just thought because this person was in the company too that that y'all just knew each other. I didn't know that was.
It's not a problem because that person is into basically how she knows how we move as far as liquidation of the deals. So I think it was more so about, who had a certain quantity of a certain product, and you out there doing the dang on thing just like I'm out there doing the dang on thing. So she was like, bloop, let me snatch that up. And I'm not mad at her. I'm not mad at you. I'm happy for us all, because I say this all the time, and it really is the truth. There's more than enough for everyone. But if no one knows that you have the answer to their problems, they're never, ever, ever going to buy from you. And if you don't know how to maximize the profit margin, not just make a profit, eventually you're going to go out of business. You're going to stop doing the business because you really don't have a business, because you don't understand business. So I'm happy that you understand it, you get it, and you're getting it more and more every single day. Like I said, with this knowledge of how to retail, regardless of whether you ever recruit, that gives you a certain confidence to recruit with, because literally you can put somebody in the business today and they can make money stress-free just utilizing the tactics that you're going to tell them, because you have an understanding of not just how to do it, but why you should do it and how to do it correctly. And so, and you can create win-wins for everybody involved, yourself and your client, on a level that most people cannot. So I'm excited for you, girlie. I know I've said I'm gonna let you go like 50 million times, but this time I really am. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this, Niche. And guys, if you are in North Carolina, you better hook up with Nurse Neshia. You can find her. Where they find you at?
So on Instagram, I'm nurse_Neshia_NC, or on Facebook, Anisha Johnson RN, or at borntobehealthy.com.
And if you're watching on YouTube, you can click the link in my description box below, and that will take you to the Facebook version of this video. And after we end it, Nurse Neshia will put all that information in the comments. And if you want to sign up for the Square store, just inbox me, or I have my contact information everywhere. There is no excuse. But if this doesn't answer your questions about what it is without going too much in depth, then I don't know what to tell you. If you think you got a better way, rock it out. But if you're looking for a better way, call me. All right, guys, that is it. So if you're watching on Facebook before you leave and you like this, I want you to hit follow and see first. If you're watching on YouTube, hit subscribe and bang the bell to the right, ding dong, so every time I upload a new video, you'll be the first to know. All right, we gotta go. We got stuff to do. Bye, y'all.